thanks for tuning in. Dan finally got the 67 Chevelle put together, and it's on the trailer. He's going to do a full walk around to show you everything he did because it's for sale. Hey Dan, run that intro.
Hey Gearheads, thanks for tuning in. As Ashley said, this one's ready for sale. Let's take a walk around, show you everything about the outside, the inside, and the underneath. So here she is, guys, 1967 Chevelle Super Sport. She's a true 138 car, which means it's a Super Sport. So we'll do a full walk around and show you what she's got, what she doesn't have, and everything in between. We're gonna get started with the outside, then we'll take a look at the inside, and finish up with the underneath. So let's get started. So we'll start right up here in this corner. Sorry, my gimbal doesn't work anymore, so I'm gonna have to hand hold it, but I'll try and be as smooth as possible. I know it's a little dark in here, but the front of the fender is in good shape. These fenders and doors are off another car. They are original GM steel. There's some Bondo bodywork back in there. See if we can take a look at the inside here. See, that lip is pretty good. The lip around here looks pretty good. Does have the holes for the molding there. This bottom is pretty rusty down here. You see the bottom of the door is rusty as well. I do have other videos of these parts as I was putting them on. We'll get to the firewall later. There is no engine or transmission or inner fenders. It does have wheels and tires that'll roll. The door, like I said, I do have videos of the doors. They have the usual rust down here at the bottom. You can see over there. And we got the molding covering up the rocker, so you can't really see that too much. The back of the door. You can get this door opened up. There's the inside of the door. You can see we have the vent window. Here's the VIN, so it does have a good VIN plate on it. Got the hinges, no internals. There are some window tracks in the trunk. I'll show you those in a minute. No latch on this side. And then we can see the bottom of the door is pretty separated. So I think they make bottoms of these that like cut off here. So you can go ahead and repatch or patch that whole bottom section. Since we're here, might as well look at the interior. Does not have much of anything in here. You can see it was an AC car. It also is 4-speed, had a console and buckets. Floor obviously is going to need to be replaced. You have a firewall here that's got a couple holes in it that don't belong. You can see the inside of this door. Back floor is pretty much gone. Back here, pretty nasty. I can actually see right through the outer inner wheelhouse there. So that's going to need attention. Also, you see the bottom of the quarters. It's shown on this one too. You can see these are pretty eaten out in here, so that's definitely going to need some work. This whole seam at the bottom. The rest of the quarter up here doesn't look too bad. Does not have a headliner, but it does have 4 out of 5 roof bows, so that's a good start. The back panel looks a little surface rusty, but we'll get to that in a minute. So the top of this quarter, you can see it has a lot of issues up here where it was hit and somebody just paved it in, didn't figure on fixing it. Package tray, pretty solid. This up here is all boogered up, so of course, you know, these always rust in this area, so somebody did a bad job patching that. It says fill October 17th, 1975, 95? I don't know, can't see what that is. Can you see? Some kind of October number on it. I thought that was somewhere else on this car too. The rest of the quarter down here, still got the heavy duty stuff on the inside. You can see around back here. We'll need some attention down there at the body mount, but lower quarters most definitely. Another sign that it was a Super Sport. Staggered holes for the emblem, and it does have the tail light buckets on it. Rear bumper, it's got the backup lights down there. I'll have to get the screwdriver to open that up. This bumper is torn down there where my finger is. And then getting around to this side, this quarter I believe is all original except for this lower section here was replaced, looks like. This is some damage here too. The backs of these, where these taillight buckets go in, there's some mess back there. You have to look back on one of the older videos on this when I was putting those taillight buckets in. You can find it on the playlist on YouTube. This is pretty rusted around here. Again, the inside is gonna need some attention. Outer wheelhouses probably at least. And then the front of the quarter, same thing over here. This door has had a big cave and pave here. The rest of the door actually isn't too bad. This one does have a latch, so this one will open. Same thing, gutted inside. We do have the vent window here. And just looking at the interior from this angle, you can see anything over there that we missed. Probably moving too fast, but I don't want this video to be an hour long, so if you're interested in stopping at any point on the video, hopefully it's high enough quality that you can just hit pause and take a look at what you're wanting to see more about. Here again, you can see the bottom of the quarters is eaten out. This one's a lot more solid. The other one is not as solid, but jam area is good. Back windows, no glass, but it does look like the linkage is in there. On this side, that side it's not, but again, I think I have that in the back, which we'll have to get to. And then this fender does have the hole up here, the antenna. And then of course the bottom has had some work done. This one is actually pretty solid otherwise. Coming around this lip is bent out a little bit. Down here is actually pretty solid. We can see in there. And I'll have a video of the engine bay that I shot in the garage, so it'll have more light. Buick wheel, SS wheel, who's to say. And then it does have the SS hood on it with the chrome. Chrome might be usable. This hood, probably not. Again, I'll do a video underneath this. It's got rust underneath the inside of it. Again, you can see that on my my other videos. This piece is actually a brand new aftermarket piece. I did buy it from someone who tried to make it fit in their car, so some of the holes are a little wallered out. I don't know if that's the right term or not. We do have the hood latch in there. So the hood is locked down. I do not have hinges. I'm trying to get hinges, but if I can't, it's going to go without hinges. And then we have the front bumper here. All right, so here's a look at the engine bay. I'm doing this while I'm in my garage because it's easier than when the hood's on it on the trailer. So we know we have a new rad support in here. If you watch the other video, here's the inside bottom of the passenger fender. You can see obviously there's no wheel houses in it, no inner fender wells. Here's the frame. Frame actually looks pretty good. It's got surface rust, got the fuel line there sticking through. The suspension is all there and looks good. The mount back on the firewall looks good over there. There's a couple of small issues. Firewall's pushed in over here, AC car. The big issue is this here, the seam of the firewall is split, but if you're going to shave the firewall or do any work to it anyway, you'll be in there. The bottom of the firewall is actually pretty good. Some of that's going to be replaced with the floor. Anywho, cross member here is good. We have the engine mounts. We also have the linkage, so the linkage is here, so we're good there. Nice thick sway bar, 3/4 maybe, I don't know. And then we have the suspension on this side. Everything looks good there. And then we have this fender. There is some issues down in there, which you'll have to get to. I think I went through that, went over that when I had it off, fender off. This is the driver's side fender. You can see that's pretty solid. And then, like I said, this radiator mount. So we got that on there. So I don't have any headlight buckets, but I did put the hood latch on there. I still don't have hinges, but I'm going to put the hood on here, and at least you'll have a hood that will work on there. That hood's probably not usable anyway either, but here's the grill and the bumper, which, I mean, if you wanted to, you could probably straighten this out, but this will be on the rest of the video. So that's pretty much it. here's the body tag if anybody wants to kind of run the numbers and see what all that stuff means, give you some more information other than the VIN. So it does have a cowl, vent cowl screen on it. It's pretty rusted, probably want to replace that. The dash up here seems okay, doesn't have any support on it, so it's a little flexible, but it is solid. The hood does have a dent here. You can see this goes down. Kind of hard to show that stuff, but there you can see it there. The roof seems pretty solid. I don't believe this was a vinyl top car. So the rest of the roof has, oh yeah, there's a dent over there. So I know it's hard to see on video, but there's a big dent here. Probably could be knocked out. Doesn't seem like it's rusted through. It's just somebody decided to sit up there or something. So I think that's pretty much it. So the trunk does have hinges, but I do not have the torque springs for it, so I gotta hold it up. But again, it doesn't look like this trunk is from this car because it's not the right color, but it does seem pretty solid. It's got a little rust under it over here, but I believe this trunk would be usable. Needs some fresh paint and a good blasting. The floor in here, top looks pretty good up to those drain holes there. Obviously gonna need a trunk floor, you can tell that. Wheelhouse is gonna at least need attention. I do have some of the chrome pieces. These go up and over the window tracks above the doors. I do have a pedal for it, clutch and brake pedal, and some other window crank and tracks and stuff. There's a seatbelt in there. I don't know, put that on the wall as a memento. You can see this quarter where it was hit in there maybe. Like I said, I have other videos showing that. The tracks up here looks to be pretty solid as well. Some surface rust in there, but weather stripping is gone, so you can kind of see real good all around that. And then like I said, got the latch. The back of the trunk does have some issues here and some holes, and it was hit here and over here. Other than that, pretty solid trunk. Tail pan up here is pretty solid. Like I said, there are some areas behind the tail light buckets, surface rust here. This all looks okay, and there's some stuff behind that one. Again, that's on my other video. And we'll start the undercarriage walk around here on the front. As I said, there's no engine or transmission. I did show the inside of the engine bay. I'll cut that in before this, so you'll have already seen all that stuff. So under here, frame looks good. I don't think there's any frame damage on this car. All the suspension is there. We're missing a steering box and a column, obviously. That's why we just have the tie rod ends and steering linkage over here. And then here's the back side of all that stuff. It's a passenger front suspension, and you can see the frame here, and frame looks good down here. Rocker has some issues right up here. Where am I? There I am. Other than that, tranny cross member is here for the 4-speed, I'm assuming. I don't know. The rest of the frame does look okay over here. The other side looks good as well. Driver side, rear. We follow the frame up there. It all looks good. Of course, these frames are pretty sturdy all the way up into these back sections. That's where they kind of thin out. So let's take a look at that from the rear. But before we do, I will mention it does have a 12 bolt. I'm assuming it's original. Not sure of the gears. I know it's not posi, and it does have drum brakes. And there's one of the braces is down there, but it does have springs, no shocks, and no gas tank, obviously. So underneath the rear on the driver's side, you can tell where they stopped boxing it, and it's just C-channel, but it actually looks pretty good. The surface rust, you know, if you can do a frame off, you can probably blast this and powder coat it, and it'd be fine. This one does have a little bit of an upding right there, which actually, now that I'm looking, I notice that one has a little uptick right there. But again, it's the open C channel, not that bad. There's the rear end again, 12 bolt. And this back panel got some issues down under here as well. And looking in from the passenger side rear, you can see that rear cross member where it's got some issues. And then not too much going on over here. Body mounts actually look pretty good. And then the frame's got some paint coming off it, but no damage. All right, so I did notice there's a little issue here with the frame. Looks like somebody tugged it out of something and pulled it back. That is underneath, and it is in the boxed area, so I think that can be fixed probably pretty easily. Everything else looks okay. So here's looking from behind the passenger side wheel. And the frame looks good here. These body mounts look good on the firewall. And then going up and over looks pretty good. And then the passenger side front, again, looks pretty good. So the only frame damage is that one little issue back there. I'm realizing also we have a sway bar on the front here, which is a cool option as well. So there you have it, guys. That's everything you need to know about this car. If you're interested in purchasing it, send me an email. It will be up on Facebook Marketplace. You could probably search DansgarageNC and let me know if you'd like to purchase it. As for this video, it's going to be done. So the next project car, I don't know. Take a look at some of my videos and tell me which car you'd like to see me bring home next. Clean out, get a clean title for it, and get it ready for sale like this one. But until then, stay positive and keep on wrenching.